Elite hostility to people of faith. That's the subject of tonight's angle. In the aftermath of the church massacre in Texas, all of us were outraged and heartbroken. Across social media, politicians and concerned Americans everywhere remembered the victims and offered the grieving families of Sutherland Springs their thoughts and prayers. But almost immediately, celebrities and certain media types rushed to ridicule and demean that religious sentiment. Actor Michael McKean, in a tweet, wrote, "They were in church. They had the prayers shot right out of them. Maybe try something else." Stephen King, whose Dark Tower series features a gunslinger, tweeted, "Enough with praying. Time to start legislating." The hostility to faith infects the popular culture. There is militant secularism moving throughout the country that not only disparages people of faith, but targets them because of it. Entertainment and media elites caricature people like those in that church in Sutherland Springs as intolerant, backwood yahoos, they're Bible thumpers, when they're actually among the best of America. They may not be the fancy people out on the red carpets or in the gym with their personal trainers, but when the chips are down and help is needed, they'll put their own lives on the line, pick up a long gun if needed, and go save their neighbors. If you pay close attention, these elites are not only trying to politicize this tragedy, but they're disparaging the faith of the people killed in those pews. Actor Will Wheaton, responding to Speaker Paul Ryan's call for prayer, he wrote, "The murdered victims were in a church. If prayers did anything, they'd still be alive. You worthless sack of..." So prayer is incapable of doing anything. What, if they were having brunch at the Peninsula Hotel with their managers, they might still be here? Is that your point, Will? No wonder he spells his name with only one L. It's William, 2 L's. The intolerance of religion, it's penetrated every corner of the culture. When esteemed Notre Dame law professor Amy Barrett was nominated to the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals, she was grilled by Democratic senators, not really for her legal reasoning, not so much, but for her Catholic faith. Dick Durbin asked if she considered herself an Orthodox Catholic. He didn't mention that she has 7 children, but he might as well have. Senator Dianne Feinstein went even further. She suggested that, quote, "the dogma lives loudly within you, and that's a concern." Can you imagine either of those senators trying that on a Muslim court nominee? No, they wouldn't. Despite the religious hazing, Barrett was confirmed last week. Good. This is an intimidation campaign that has been tried and tried again, even on yours truly. I didn't even know about this, by the way, until a few days ago, but following the debut of this show last week, a bright light at something called theobserver.com dubbed me the church lady. Church lady was pretty funny, by the way, because I, quote, appeared before the audience in purple vestments, that's a dress, by the way, that highlighted the gleaming gold cross on my chest. Here it is. It's really powerful. As expected, the cross-hating author is a former New York Times employee and a segment producer for Keith Olbermann. Figures. Last week, a high school football coach in Georgia was told that he can't participate in any student-initiated or student-led prayer before or after or during a football game. So he can't pray at all in his official capacity as a coach. The Coweta County School Board directive came only after the Freedom from Religion Foundation filed a complaint. You see, the atheists aren't happy unless they're trampling on another person's religious liberty. We'd better be very careful. Remember, the Declaration of Independence, ever heard of it? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Our natural rights are not dependent on the government, but on God. That is what undergirds this country and, frankly, what sustains us. And for those of you who don't agree, you're in my thoughts and prayers. Get over it. That's the angle.